I'm your host, my son, and welcome back to the show. So, we've been on a hiatus, been dealing with a lot. America has definitely been a shit show if you haven't been paying attention. If you're still under the delusion that the Trump presidency isn't that bad and we did this before and, that people were gaslighting you and all of that bullshit, we were exaggerating and we got Trump derangement syndrome. If you still under that rock, if that's still the shit that you talking about, then you probably should just tune off here. It's nothing. I can't even talk to you. Your brain is not working. You're just delusional. And you just got to deal with yourself. It ain't nothing nobody can do to help you. You might as well be part of the Jim Jones, not the Jim Jones the rapper, but the Jim Jones where they drink the Kool-Aid. You definitely was a Kool-Aid drinker. And there's nothing I can do for you. So God bless you, and I hope it works out for you. But for the rest of us who actually understand what's going on in America, we realize it's been a shit show. And we realize that Kamala was right all along. So that brings me to the first thing I want to talk about. There was this whole thing during Trump's presidency. A lot of us warned about Project 2025. A lot of us were like, Project 2025 is crazy. Like, you got to read this. It's a 900-page document. It's so much shit to pretty much, they're just the whitening of America, the taking back to pretty much authoritarianism, fascism, to where we just pretty much had a dictator. They wanted to eliminate the government. They wanted to eliminate, control over to there was no checks and balances. They wanted to control every stage of government. Every level of government, control the Supreme Court, pretty much just create a mafia inside of the government. And if you're not paying attention and haven't seen that, then I don't know what to say to you. But everybody said, Trump ain't got nothing to do with Project 2025. Nah, y'all bugging. Y'all trying to fearmonger us. It's fearmonger. Trump don't got nothing to do with Project 2025. Nothing to do with Project 2025. Trump ain't got nothing. He said it. Look.
Number one, I have nothing to do, as you know, and as she knows better than anyone, I have nothing to do with Project 2025. That's out there. I haven't read it. I don't want to read it purposely. I'm not going to read it. This was a group of people that got together. They came up with some ideas. I guess some good, some bad. But it makes no difference. I have nothing.
He said it, and he put a post out. He said, I have nothing to do with 2025. I don't even know who wrote it. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know anything. I'm clueless about Project 2025. This was Trump's words. He said this 1,000 times. Everybody heard him. They kept on telling me, Trump does not know about Project 2025. You're just a fearmonger. You're trying to gaslight the people, and we know better than that. Whatever you're trying to do, we're not going for it because Trump doesn't know anything about Project 2025. That's what they said. And Trump said that. And then just yesterday, Trump comes out and said, I have a meeting today with Roosevelt, who is part of Trump's administration, who is the author of Project 2025. He said he of Project 2025 fame. Like, this is like he's famous for writing Project 2025 to determine which of the many Democrat agencies, most of which are political scams, he recommends to be cut, and whether or not those cuts will be temporary or permanent. I can't believe that the radical left Democrats gave me this unprecedented opportunity. They are not stupid people, so maybe this is their way of wanting to quietly and quickly make America great again. Now, this is the people, this is for the people who literally have platforms, who have voices, who people actually listen to, who got online every day saying Project 25 wasn't something to think about, it wasn't anything to worry about, that we were fear-mongering, Trump had nothing to do with it. And it's actually disrespectful. It was disrespectful then, and a lot of times, and a lot of people that I'm cool with was saying, and I was just like, do y'all understand what's going on? Are y'all aware of where we are in the world and in government right now? Like, I want y'all to understand what you're telling people. You're telling people that they should not be concerned about a pretty much white nationalist agenda. Black people, you're telling black people and brown people in America that they should not be concerned about a white nationalist agenda that eliminates even our history, our presence, our power, that overrides civil rights bills, that eliminates black kids. Like, are you paying attention to what you're saying to people that they shouldn't be paying attention to this, and that is false, and they continue to do it, and it's sad. It's actually sad that those same people haven't said anything. The same people haven't said anything to say, yo, I was wrong, or say, well, this is what's going on in America right now. People are losing their jobs. Over 300,000 black women have lost their jobs. You know, people are losing their homes. You know, people are losing the fucking prices are up in stores. Like, it's serious out here. Like, nobody has money. People are being targeted. They're putting activists and people who spoke up about what's going on in America, who are on the right side of history, they're putting them on terrorist. Like, this shit is serious. And nobody's saying anything. People just quietly went back to their little corners and continue to do whatever they selling and they doing whatever, while the average black American in America is dealing with some shit. And they were so irresponsible to mislead our people, to utilize their voices in the platform and the trust that our people had in them to mislead and more often than not to try to discredit us who knew what we was talking about. That's another thing. We actually knew what we was talking about, and we showed you facts, and we did this, and people utilized their voices to attempt to discredit us. They got on platforms, they got on TV, they did all the shit, and they attempted to discredit us, and nobody said sorry. Nobody said sorry, you was right. Nobody apologized, but they utilized their voices and their platforms to discredit us. And I think y'all owe us an apology. Like, we need public apologies from some of you. It's a lot of y'all. It ain't enough. It's too many to name. But I think y'all should make public apologies the same way that y'all publicly was saying that the activists didn't do this and what we did, we wasn't saying nothing, this and that. I think y'all should get on public platforms and publicly apologize, because it was distasteful. It was actually disrespectful. And you were wrong. You were 100% wrong. So we'll be looking for those apologies, platforms, and publicly apologize, because it was distasteful. It was actually disrespectful, and you were wrong. You were 100% wrong. So we'll be looking for those apologies on the same platform. I mean, see, the apology got to be as loud as the disrespect was. You know, maybe it wasn't intentional disrespect. I don't know if I'm just saying I took it disrespectful, because I don't speak about shit I don't know about. And if I do speak about some shit I don't know about and I'm wrong, I'll come back and say I was wrong. So I want the same courtesy from the people that told us that Project 2025 was a hoax and it was used to fearmonger and Trump wasn't going to do all this. And Trump has done everything in Project 2025 up to now. Everything. And now he's actually showing that the author who works inside of his cabinet, he's going to consult to continue on the path of completing Project 2025.
Poop-dee, scoop-dee, scoop-dee-whoop. Whoopie-dee, scoop-whoop.